How's everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone's doing well. So today's vlog is gonna be a filler series, which means it's a break from my documentation vlog for 2024. So it's gonna runs from 8th of April till 19th of April, and hopefully by the 22nd of April I will come back with a regular programming of just vlogging my 40th year in 2024. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy this. Hello, I'm back home. I'm gonna boil some eggs. But before that, I'm gonna boil some vegetables. So I'm gonna talk about my experience with water fasting. So I water fasted on and off for like 2 years. Reason why, because I didn't have any money to buy food. So the longest was like 22 days and the second longest was 18 days, but the one that I want to talk about is the 22 days. I also water fasted like on and off throughout the 2-year period, every day or every other day, because either 3 days without food or 10 days without food was pretty normal. The one that's not normal is the 22 and the 18 days. Like going beyond more than 10 days was different. So one of the first thing that is interesting for me was the fact that I started to taste a food backwards, meaning like from the last thing that I ate, and then it would go backwards. So if I ate a banana yesterday, if I ate an apple 2 days ago, if I ate an orange 3 days ago, then my taste bud would start tasting it again backwards. Like, so after the day 4, after you survive the hardest period of water fasting, because from day 4 what happened is your body would go into ketosis, your pee will start to smell funny, and that's how you know your body switch from burning sugar to burning fat. So people water fast for health and fitness reason as well, so it's not like it's new, but I just did it because I didn't have money to buy food. I did it involuntarily, so to speak. And so by day 4, I think this is the first day you should start tasting that banana. And on day 5 you will start tasting the apple, and on day 6 you will start tasting your orange. So it would go like that. It would start with what you ate last and then move backwards. So if you remember what you've eaten, you would probably by day 10 you would taste something that you've eaten like 20 days ago, or like a month ago. And that was like very surprising, but apparently that was quite common. And the second thing that was surprising for me was the detoxification was quite intense. One of the things that was detoxified were my lungs, and I knew it was being detoxified because it would lasted for about 2-3 days that I would not be able to breathe at all. I would be like, oh my god, that was like torture. Not being able to breathe was torture. I even had a period where I had like I think it was in 2017, so it was like, yeah, I think it was still within that period where I had pneumonia, I guess, and I didn't know it was pneumonia. I didn't have even money to buy food, like let alone to go to doctor. I didn't even have energy to do anything, or like move from my bed to the bathroom to take myself up to the toilet. So let alone I'm alone, so like there's no friends, there's no family, and when you're in that situation, you're definitely not in the right mental state. So I toughed that out for like 3 weeks or 3 months. No, it lasted 3 months. The pneumonia, wasn't being able to breathe, wasn't being able to move around, wasn't being able to. I just felt like weak for like 3-4 months. I thought it would not lift it, like that feeling. So like your organ will started to get detoxified, and you get detoxified because the next time you started feeling better, and that you're breathing better. So you will see improvements, but at the same time also, like if you do water fasting, your hair will fall out, you will get thin hair for sure, because you're not putting nutrients into your body at all. And I also noticed that if I took salt, if I ate salt, a little bit of salt, like the migraines will ease up on day 2 and day 3. That was the worst days because your body hasn't switched from burning carbs to burning fat yet. And what else? Also, I started to get sensation when I touch food. It's weird. Like I bought a pair during this period after like finally getting some money to buy food. I bought a pair because I wanted to get something, highly fibrous for my gut, and at the same time also higher calorie, but at the same time not too unhealthy. And so I bought pair, and then I could feel like if the pear is good or not, if my fingertips felt tingly when I touched the pear, that means the pear is still alive. That's the message that my brain sent to me. Like, oh, I'm connecting with this pear. Yes, you will get some kind of not supernatural experience, but like kind of like a little bit of metaphysical experience. I think one of the first few, I think the second water fast that I had, maybe it was like only 5-6 days. But by that time, like 5-6 days of the second time you didn't eat was torturous. But one of the things that got me was I could feel like something vibrating like in the middle of my brain, like just behind heat, and then my eyes would kind of like go like that, like, and then I know this sounds really weird. I also know how weird this sounds. I felt like I was tuning into a TV station, like a radio station, like a frequency. It was definitely tuning into a frequency. And for a brief period, for like a few seconds, I felt like I was tuning into a TV channel or like some kind of channels, and I am watching it. And the program that I was watching was non-consequential. It was non-consequential. It was, I don't know, I think a child program or something, a TV, like a cartoon. So it wasn't about the actual program. It was the fact that I got to watch TV from my brain without an actual tool, like without a monitor, without a television set to tune into that particular frequency, and then for it to be reflected into the glass monitor so that I can see it from this particular point of view. It just got straight broadcasters into my brain, and I'm just watching it on my brain. It felt like that. Again, I know it sounded weird, but that happened. And for some reason, when it was happening, I did not find it to be weird. I found it to be, oh, okay, this is what they meant by frequency. For some reason, at the same time, it was natural. It felt natural. That said, I felt like I need to exploit that particular thing, that particular experience. I feel like if I can do that consciously, how great would that be? God, that would be so good. I don't know how to do it. That was just like a coincidence. It happened once and it never happened again. But that happened on day 5, I think, in one of those series. What else happened? I thought like after going through that particular experience, I would be a glutton for food. But my eating habit came back just like before. Even after 2 years of starvation, it didn't change the way my relationship with food didn't really change that much. I just eat until I'm full, and then once I'm full, I just stop eating. And maybe it has never been But then again, I never actually have I don't know, maybe it is a problem, but I haven't really explored that idea yet. But water fasting definitely is not recommended for sure. I would not recommend water fasting to anyone unless you have a health issues that can be solved by by water fasting. Because after that, like in 2021, my Hashimoto, my autoimmune condition, got diagnosed basically from labs, from health checks, from so I'm thinking maybe because I didn't eat for that 2 years, that affected my thyroid really badly, but it didn't really affect it immediately. But I'm wondering whether, oh, my vegetables is boiling. I don't know whether that kind of accelerated the downfall of my thyroid, because there was no food for a while, and then suddenly there are food. Anyway, so I definitely will not recommend anyone to go through that water fasting period. I learned a lot though. I learned that how to smell your bodily liquid? No, bodily, is that bodily liquid? Bodily fluid. If your pee is starting to smell like ammonia, then you are in ketosis. That's what I learned. And if your breath started to smell sweet, I don't know, I don't think that's a good sign. But I also learned the beauty and to trust my body a lot. After that experience, I trusted my body so much. Like, if it's not because of the experience, I would not be daring enough to go down the path of how to fix my Hashimoto, what I'm going through right now, even though I haven't gotten to the right answer for my specific body. But I learned that I need to trust my body. I need to let it do what it needs to do, which probably I'm not doing because I'm taking a lot of supplements. But I learned to listen to my body's way of speaking, I suppose. Like, because of that, I'm trusting the signals that my body sent me. It's like, am I not sleeping today? Why am I not sleeping? What is the body want so that I can sleep? What is the body required so that sleeping is not a problem? Or I'm feeling super anxious today. Why? What does, like, again, going back to the body, what does it need? What does it require? What can I help it with? So it gives me that kind of open communication with the body that I did not have before. Before that water fasting experience, I basically just ignored what the body wants and needs, and just like, I'm healthy. I don't have any allergy whatsoever. It's what I always written on my medical card and medical, like, report, the self-reporting thing. Apparently that was a lie. I was allergic to a lot of things. I am intolerant to more things. My health was not great at all. I just didn't want to know that it wasn't healthy, because it would have been hard to deal with it. But when you water fast, you can't ignore those things. And that's the great thing about having water fast.